Everyone to another video, and today we're going to take a look at the second part of my Naiad Cup tournament here. It has been a long time coming, sorry about that, but this game has just been draining up my energy. It was not that fun. The meta was very bad for the last 1 month, and finally I have some motivation to try to make more videos right now because I took some break. And yeah, so we're going to take a look at this video, and this opponent that I'm going against, Chronopolis, I believe. My Altaria is quite decent against it, so I will use it in the lead with double bodyguards to their wall rain, basically with my Bronzong and my own wall rain. And as you can see here, I used and then they have Bug Bite Wormadam against our Bronzong, which is even better than the Confusion version because it's neutral and they are able to get us quite low, and hopefully we are able to get a shield from them right here because we really need it in order to maybe get the win. Unfortunately they do not shield, and this is going to be a problem, but it is not a problem if you are the Altaria where one Dragon Breath kills it. And then here they come in with the Altaria and they are locked in against our wall ring because that is their last Pokemon, and then we are going to hopefully get to an Icicle Spear to take them out. And the first game was relatively quick, however that is not the case for the next two games here, where we have our Bronzong against the Escavalier, which is a little bit horrible because they will be doing neutral. We will have to hit them with payback if possible. However, we are going to shield this first because we are already at our charge move, and we are going to want to throw it against them. And here they throw Mega Horn, which is very interesting later on when you see why. And here you throw a Side Shock and they shield it, which is common I guess because they need to throw their charge move here, and they do get to another charge move. And what we're going to do is we're going to let it go, and there's another Mega Horn, which means that they have thrown the higher energy costing move against us. And here they are going to use their Greedent against our Buzzwole. And here I'm not sure whether it was a mistake or not on my end because I brought in my Buzzwole against them when they could possibly have a wall raid at the back, but I did not care as much then. And then here we are going straight, they are going back in I think to Escavalier after this. Oh no, they are going to Altaria, and yeah, they farm us down. And here we are going to have an Altaria mirror match with them having an energy advantage, so it will be quite easy for them to get this win. They most probably do not need to bring in their Escavalier again into this matchup, and they are most probably able to Dragon Breath us down. So yeah, the first matchup was a bit of a domination on my end, but the second game it was fairly easy for them to win it because of that lead matchup win, and they do win it with 2 Pokemons. And then here going on to the third battle, we have Buzzwole against a Mew, which is quite iffy, but we need to land a line, and hopefully they do not land the wild charge here against us. And they throw straight at 5, which I immediately shield for some reason, but oh yeah, it's at 6. Yeah, it's at 6, sorry, because the first launch requires 7. So yeah, it was a good shield. And then we throw a launch here, they do shield it up, and then here we do shield up a second time because knowing that they will just go for another wild charge. And then we will try to hopefully farm them down. Unfortunately we are not able to, but we will tank the wall charge on our Bronzong, but it was just a Dragon Claw. I guess they did not have enough. And then here we are able to farm them down, and they come back in with Escavalier, I believe. Yeah, Escavalier. And here is where you will find out why they had the Mega Horn here, and they will of course shield our charge move because they want to get to another one. And I think this is where I made a mistake. I should have gone for a Psyshock there, because then I would have been able to get to 2 Psyshocks and most probably would have been able to win that game. Unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, you are not able to recognize your win condition, and here they are able to farm us down, and then we are going to try and take them out with our Wall Rain. But we do get hit with a Moonblast, and hopefully we are able to throw an Icicle Spear against them. But we decided to catch this Aerial Ace on the Buzz Wall, which is double super effective, and that is the reason why they threw the Mega Horn against the Bronzong, because that is the better move compared to Aerial Ace, and therefore they win this round 2-1. And yeah, round 5 there was some coordination issues with my opponent and they are not able to make it, therefore I got the free win, which I do not like as much, but it's a free win, so can't do much about it, especially if there's a time limit to each round. So going on to the 6th round, the opponent's team, first glance, the Altaria is again very good because there is only one solid answer to it in the form of Wall Rain. So we brought in our hardest check to it, which is the Buzzwall, as well as the Bronzong as a safe swap. Bronzong with energy is able to flip some of that matchup. It will just be neutral. It will be very good against the Deoxys as well, because Deoxys in this meta will be running Rock Slide instead of Thunderbolt, so all of its moves will be neutral at best, while we are able to threaten them with super effective payback. And here they brought back in the Altaria, and we are going to throw it through this payback before we go down, and we do get a shield. And then here we are most probably going to invest a shield against them in the Altaria mirror match if needed to, because they are quite hard. They did load up on a lot of energy and they did throw a Moonblast here. Most probably are going to win it, but we decided to aggressively swap into Buzzwall, not wanting them to get any extra farm, but instead we just basically let them take our last shield from us. And then here we are going to try to get as much extra energy as possible before throwing the lunge, which in hindsight maybe we should have thrown a bit earlier. And here they brought back in their Wall Rain. We are able to throw the lunge, able to get them debuffs before they throw their charge move here, which means that most probably we are able to get to a Sky attack on our Altaria because they are debuffed. Now they need 4 more Powder Snows, and we barely got to it on that last Powder Snow. So yeah, without that debuff we most probably have lost, and here we ended up winning. And going on to the second battle here, we bring in a Galvantula because thinking that maybe Mew was their best bet, and it was that. Then they brought in their Mew as the lead, and we are going to shield the first one because the first one will do the most damage, and we are going to throw another Volt Switch before throwing the lunge against them, just in case if they do swap out. At least we only need 2 more Volt Switches to get to another lunge or a discharge. And here they did a magnificent catch on their Altaria on the lunge but now they are locked in against my Wall Rain. No move will one-shot me, which means that I will be able to farm them all the way down now, and they are not able to do anything about it, which means that we are going to come out of this matchup, close to 100 energy with a the same amount of shields. That means that we can Icicle Sphere bait and then throw an Earthquake, but they do win CMP against a Wall Rain. Mew is a bit less attack weighted, a bit more, sorry, attack weighted than Wall Rain in this case. And we throw an Icicle Sphere, they did not shield it, which means that we can just throw another one and they do catch it on the Galvantula. This opponent does a lot of good catches and decided to go straight into our Galvantula to soak up that energy. And right now it all depends on whether or not our Bronzong can throw a charge move that kills, because right now I think they have one extra volt switch against us, which means that they are able to throw a lunge after this second one, and they do, and I think the Psyshock will be enough because it is absolutely, Confusion is absolutely chunking against them, and they have to throw another charge move to kill us, but they are not able to, and in this case we do win it with one Confusion to take them out. And going on to the third battle, we have a Galvantula against their Wall Rain, another good lead for us. We are not bringing our Altaria for this game, thinking that maybe they are not going to risk it, because their last match was quite hard for them to come back from after their lunge debuff, and we decided to throw lunge first of all because we want to decrease the powder snow damage here, and they decided to throw straight away, which is most probably another Icicle Spear, and that means that our Bronzong will get a lot of free energy, get a bit of damage, but still it will be good in the end game here. As you can see, it's a Mew against us, and we throw straight a payback. Hopefully we are able to take them out, but most probably we'll shield it anyways, right? They are down to 2 Pokemon, we still have 3, and let's see whether or not we can get to a second Psyshock, but they decided to throw the charge move straight away because they are not willing to get hit by another Psyshock or and get that chip damage. And here they do get to another charge move against us, and we are going to let it go. They have only exposed Dragon Claw against us. We are going to throw another Dragon Claw just for safe measure against them, and they do shield it up, which means that we are going to swap into our Wall Rain to take this next charge move. We are going to shield it because it could be a wall charge, and it is, and they do swap out into a defense Deoxys, which means that their team was triple weak to Galvantula. Unfortunately, Galvantula is not able to win against all 3 in the same team. So if I had most probably a Snorlax in my team, I could have probably won that very easily, because Snorlax could have handled Mew and the wild charges like a champ, but Greedent is not able to. And against the last opponent, they have a Komo-O at the back. That means that I will have to try and draw it out if possible. Altaria is a fairly decent check, however they do have Dragon Claw, which is more spammier than Sky Attack, and they have close combat for the Bronzong. And here they have a tackle Greedent against us. We are going to throw another Psyshock against them to take them out, hopefully. But we got the shield, which is good, and now we are going to we are going to double shield, because we know that Altaria will not need shields at the back because the biggest threat would be the double dragons. They do not have Wall Rain, which walls it, and now they have a decision to make, and they brought in their Altaria, and we are going to bank the payback before swapping out. They will have to throw a Moonblast to take us out from here. Unfortunately, I think this is only a Sky Attack. Oh, so it is Moonblast, but we will be able to get to a Sky Attack right before they kill us, and they will get their final shield here. and that means that we can come back in with Bronzong and throw the payback to take them out, but decided to catch it on the Deoxys instead. And the Deoxys is going to get a lot of farm here, and they will take out our Buzzwole, because Buzzwole getting hit by a Psycho Boost will definitely hurt a lot. And yeah, they win the first game, and it will be quite a tough ask after this one to come back, but hopefully we are able to get through it. And going on to the second match, trying to realign our Pokemon, we decided to go in with Walrein, thinking that most probably Defense Deoxys will be at the back, and decided to bring in their Defense Deoxys straight away. We are going to chip them with the Icicle Sphere straight away before swapping into our Altaria. Altaria with Deoxys in this health range would do a lot better. We don't have to shield the first two, I believe, because we are able to tank it a bit better, but hopefully they do not get to a Psycho Boost at the end there, which from these calculations they will. So we are going to shield their second Rock Slide because it will do a lot more than Psycho Boost, I believe. And here they are barely not able to get to Psycho Boost, so maybe that shield was not needed. However, because we shielded that move, we are able to threaten both shields with a Sky Attack bait as well as a Moonblast here against them, and we will get both their shields, or we are going to take the Altaria extremely low to the point where Walrein can farm it down. And most probably this is within 3 Powder Snow range, and they decided to come in with a Greedent, and we are going to shield our Buzzwole here from the first one, I believe. No, yeah, we are going to let go because Tackle will not do that much anyways. Through the launch, they will have to shield this because Altaria is fairly low, but they decided not to, which means that we are able to farm them down, and we are most probably able to farm the Altaria down after this superpower, which we barely did not get through, but we are able to Powder Snow them instead. So going on to the decider, Galvantula versus a Mew, another very good lead. So far they do bring Defense Deoxys at the back, so we are going to have our Altaria still in this team to take them out. And here they do throw Dragon Claw straight away, and we are going to throw a lunge again after the 4th Volt Switch to get an extra energy hit start towards the second charge move. And then they do shield it, which means that we are able to get to the second lunge after we shield this up. We also could just let it go because they have already been debuffed, and they decided to throw a wild charge instead. And yeah, we do get their second shield, I believe, here, and this means that we are able to come in with our Altaria to farm them all the way down, or we can even come in with our Bronzong since they are debuffed. But Altaria seems to be a better pick since it is good against all of their Pokemon here, and they do bring in their Altaria, which means that they will get Moonblast out of here after we take this Sky Attack, and Bronzong will have a nice time. The biggest threat to Bronzong, which is the Mew, is gone, which means that now they only have to think about the Greedent and the potential close combat from the Komo-O, which I doubt they will bring. And yeah, we see their Defense Deoxys at the back, and we will get to the payback right now and win this game. So yeah, it was a fairly good run for us in this Naiad Cup. But yeah, it was very strenuous in terms of the scheduling. Their time zones were a bit different than mine, but it's okay, it's for the fun of the game. And that is all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.